Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. Today is Tuesday, November the 13th, 2012. Looking at the Dow Jones Industrial Average today, as this is the one position that we were actually stopped out of as of today's price activity. We were not stopped out of the S&P 500, Russell, and some of the others, so you can stay with those, of course. And these charts are always kept on our free website at PerfectStockAlert.com and updated every single day. I wanted to bring this one to your attention because I would be looking to re-enter this position as soon as tomorrow, assuming that we actually take out this low point right here. We talked about this before. You can do many different things here when you start to see this candlestick formation here at this low. It's not a hammer candlestick formation, therefore it's not a true bottom. It was kind of similar to this scenario you had over here, and when those situations happen, it's just indecision by the markets. They don't know which way to go. We are clearly in a downtrend, so we have this high point here, obviously lower than the previous one here, low point here, lower low here, so the downtrend is in play. So all we're doing right now is looking for short opportunities. So the reason why I'm saying you should actually be looking for short opportunity at this point, if you take out this low point here, is because sometimes you will have this little situation where you'll move sideways, and rather than getting a little bounce it does you to be short, you'll just break down to the downside. And that's oftentimes the case when you see a an inverted hammer here at the bottom that cannot get any traction to the upside. And we saw that today. We saw the move to the price to the upside here, took out our previous stop that we had set off this high here, but then couldn't hold it and rolled back over here. This is not a quality buy signal in any way, shape, or form. I've said repeatedly, do not attempt to buy this bounce, but I'm sure some people have. And one of the things I'm hearing people talk about are oversold conditions on the Ultimate Oscillator or the RSI, blah, 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 blah. Whenever you have a situation where you have an oversold condition on the Ultimate Oscillator or anything else you may be using, slow stotch, fast stotch, etc., you're going to be looking at a bounce potentially happening whenever you get down to those pullbacks. So you can pull back here to the 30 line on Ultimate Oscillator, comes just before a bounce to the upside. Here, bounce. Here, bounce. Here, not quite there. You get a little bounce, and then you move lower again. Now, because of this oversold condition, people are looking for a bounce. Okay, there are cases where you do that, but there are also cases where you don't. If the market gets extremely bearish, you can stay oversold for an extended period of time and you just continue to move to the downside. The main thing, if you've been to our free website at PerfectStockAlert.com, you know there's a video there on the homepage that talks about the actual way to trade any trend and the order of operations. The first thing you've got to pay attention to is the actual trend. The trend is down, so you want to work with that. You also want to look at the candlestick formations. Don't try to call the bottom and tell the market where it's going to stop. Wait till it tells you where it's going to stop. Right now, you don't see that. So by just saying, okay, the market's in a downtrend, candlestick formations are horrible, but I think because the Ultimate Oscillator says it's oversold that I'm going to buy, that's a bad idea. You're actually not using the trading strategy properly. You're putting the cart before the horse, so to speak. So in this case right now, I'd be looking to re-enter a short position here and continue to just watch this thing grind lower. Quick glance here at the SPX or the S&P 500 Large Cap Index. You will notice today's candlestick formation basically the same as what we've seen on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Little shooting star signal here. Inverted hammer. It's a shooting star whenever it's at the top of the pattern like that. It's an inverted hammer when it's at the bottom of a pattern like that. In this scenario here, you can see that you've pulled back. You had that little signal here that, like you saw today, but you didn't get a bounce out of it. So that's what I'm trying to point out. A lot of people see the pullback like this, and then they see the little inverted hammer, and they say, okay, we're going to bounce. Well, that happens sometimes, but not every single time. So this is why we didn't tighten up our stop loss limit, or why we didn't just exit the position just because we thought this was going to be a bottom. Let the market show you where its bottom is going to be. Don't try to tell it what's going to happen. Whenever you see the scenario here, and then the following candlestick formation fails to take out the previous high, the idea that you're going to bounce here becomes less. So the odds of that is starting to fail. The next time around, you try again and you fail to take out this high again, so we're still short this position. But you'll notice that we've actually closed lower than we had in any of the previous days, and we're now seeing a lower low than we've seen over here. So again, I would expect the Dow Jones Industrial Average to take out its previous low as well. So that's another thing to keep an eye on. This just shows that we're basically starting to slide off this little cliff here that we've been hanging on. So again, keep on the short side. Don't worry too much about bounces. If when we do get one, we will be stopped out, and I'll be immediately looking to go short again at the best possible case scenario, and that will be alerted to you when it happens. Right now, like I said, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is what I'll be looking at for tomorrow to go short if you're not already short. And regarding all the others, we're still short them and holding our short positions. If you've not been to the free website at perfectstockalert.com, you can go there. It's 100% free. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. You may also check out the market section here. Click here to watch the video that you're watching right now, or you can actually watch previous videos as well. And down here at the bottom chart notes section, you can go there and view my personal charts covering the 19 major markets that we track at perfectstockalert.com, and you can just simply go down, select the one you want to view. You'll see my notations regarding my entry point and different trades, long, short, as well as advancing stops that I update every single night. Okay? God bless, take care. I hope you enjoy the evening, and I will see you all in tomorrow's market analysis. Please take a moment to review our disclaimer. The information provided herein is our opinion only. Under no circumstances do any statements here represent a recommendation to buy or sell securities or make any kind of an investment. You are responsible for your own due diligence. To summarize, we do not provide investment advice, nor do we make any claims or promises that any information here will lead to a profit, loss, or any other result. These videos are for educational purposes only.